Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to imagine taking an incredibly dense, highly visual concept for a World Cup 2026 trailer and just breaking down every single frame. Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're analyzing a cinematic promo featuring a massive showdown, Spain taking on Cabo Verde. We're going to unpack the absolute DNA of what makes a modern sports trailer so gripping.
And you know what the craziest part about this entire masterpiece is? From the very first shot to the final fade-out, it lasts exactly 10 seconds. Yeah, that's it. Just 10 fleeting seconds. But today, we're going to take this incredibly brief, ultra-realistic, viral football reel aesthetic and stretch it out frame by frame into a complete masterclass in visual storytelling. So, here's our roadmap. First up, the atmospheric opening. Second, clash of elemental energy. Number 3, fast-paced football action. Fourth, premium broadcast topography. And finally, the ultimate question. And what you should really take away from this is just how deeply, painstakingly intentional every single frame of a cinematic sequence truly is.
Section 1. The atmospheric opening, establishing the mood.
Let's move to the timeline and see how this actually builds. In just 10 short seconds, we go right from that atmospheric opening, ramp straight up into elemental energy, hit a fast-paced frenzy, and then boom, we finish on a final scoreboard climax.
I want you to really visualize the sensory impact here. A packed stadium at night completely pierced by these dramatic floodlights. And using HDR, high dynamic range lighting in a dark, high contrast environment like this, it immediately signals premium top-tier television production quality from literal second one.
All right, Section 2. Clash of elemental energy, visualizing the teams.
And this brilliantly illustrates the rivalry. We have Spain's flag emerging from this glowing red energy, going head-to-head with Cabo Verde's flag appearing out of swirling blue energy. It's glowing warmth versus swirling cool, two completely equal elemental forces colliding right there on the world stage without taking any sides.
Moving to Section 3, fast-paced football action, the frenzy. And heads up, the pacing is about to mirror the actual speed ramp transitions we're talking about, so hold on tight.
Fast cuts, players sprinting, raw speed and realistic movement just tearing right down the pitch.
Powerful shots, the sudden impact. You can practically feel the incredible force of the strike right at the edge of the box.
Crowd reactions, thousands of waving flags, an absolutely roaring stadium atmosphere that amplifies every single touch of the ball into pure frenzy. But then, just as your heart rate completely peaks, we get these speed ramp transitions, followed by dramatic slow-motion moments. Pacing is being expertly used here to manipulate our emotions. The fast cuts build up all that adrenaline, while the slow motion anchors the sheer heavy weight of the moment.
Section 4. Premium broadcast topography. Information as art. Let's pivot slightly to the graphic design elements.
Now, what's really interesting about this progression is the deliberate layering. Step 1, giant text Group H. Step 2, Spain versus Cabo Verde. Before you even have time to process the specific matchup, the typography establishes the stakes. It gives you the context first, and only then do we get the massive reveal of the actual warring nations. Let's quickly deconstruct some of this rapid-fire technical jargon. For camera and editing, we're talking speed ramping and hyper-realistic movement. For visual effects, they're layering in lens flares and flying particles. And when you combine all of that with HDR lighting and a cinematic 16:9 aspect ratio, you get that unmistakable, ultra-realistic, premium TV feel.
Finally, Section 5, the ultimate question, the grand finale.
We're down to the final seconds, and this shot paints the most triumphant visual picture. Imagine fireworks exploding above the packed stadium, shimmering right over a glowing scoreboard. It seamlessly brings together those dynamic sports broadcast graphics with the raw, roaring stadium atmosphere into one spectacular crescendo.
And there, glowing on that final scoreboard prediction graphic, is this exact phrase: "Who will win?" After 10 breathless seconds of elemental energy, cinematic frenzy, and premium production, it leaves you hanging right on the edge of your seat, completely eager to see the match play out. So, who do you think takes it?